in a small town in Uniontown, Alabama, by my grandmother. And my grandmother told me that in this life I could be and do anything that I wanted to, as long as I put my mind to it. In the South, a person got married early. So I got married when I was 17 years old. And my husband and I, we moved to Cleveland. Career here at RTA as a bus operator in 1980 at the Woodhill Garage. And I drove a bus for 6 years. I was a fill-in dispatcher for 2. During that time, I became familiar with the operator's payroll. And then I was asked to go to the accounting department and work on a part-time basis. But when I got down there, a position came available, and I stayed in payroll for 15 years. And during that time, RTA started tuition reimbursement, and I enrolled in Notre Dame College with RTA paying for my education, and I graduated from Notre Dame College with a degree in psychology. So during my time working in the accounting department / payroll section, I did a variety of jobs. For example, information system and service quality. And then finally I got my big break, which was going to the Hayden District, becoming the Hayden District Transportation Manager. I was the first person hired under that title. During my time as the Transportation Manager for the Hayden District, that was a very difficult time because there wasn't a roadmap to follow. There was nobody there to actually help me transcend into the position. So a lot of things I had to learn on my own. Most importantly, as I was learning those things, I had to stay a role model because we had a lot of people that was dependent on me. During that time, we had another garage to close, which was the Harvard District, and 150 more operators transferred from Harvard to the Hayden District, which then I had over 500 operators. The first time that anyone had that many operators. Not to mention, I had every coach there was to have in the fleet. So therefore, my knowledge, I had to expand my knowledge because I was responsible for the delivery of service on a daily basis. I had to use my skills that I learned from being at the district as a bus operator, being a fill-in dispatcher, and being a payroll clerk. All of this knowledge came into play because I was responsible for the payroll for all of my bus operators, over 500. I was responsible for scheduling. I was responsible for maintaining and ensuring that the coaches were service ready. I was responsible for ensuring that pull-out was made on a daily basis. Along with that, being the transportation manager for the Hayden District, I work closely with the equipment department and the facility maintenance department because during my time at Hayden, we had the MCI fleet. We also carried the community circulators. And then, most importantly, we started the process of designing the BRT line, which is now called the Health Line. That was a major project that RTA undertook, and it was the sole responsibility of the transportation manager and the equipment manager to ensure that this line was a success. We also had to have what we call ambassadors. So in the beginning, when we first started the Health Line, it was not a run that any operator could indeed pick. They had to be ambassadors. So we had to go through all of that training process, trying to pick the most qualified operator that had the best customer service skills to have them go out and operate that line, because that was considered premier service, the first of its kind, the best of its kind. Yeah. Oh God, that was so nice. Okay. Then the opportunity came where I started my job here at Triskett this November of 2012 as a transportation manager. And let me tell you what an experience this has been. I wouldn't take anything for it. Now I have under my belt knowledge of the west side along with the east side of Cleveland. Being here at Triskett, my district director retired, and I was given the opportunity to apply for the position of the district director. So in becoming the Triskett District Director, the only director here at RTA that has implemented two 60-foot routes. So we implemented the CSU line, which is a 60-foot coach that brings people from Cleveland State out to the west side by way of the Shoreway and Clifton Boulevard. What an experience. Those are some beautiful buses, by the way. They are. And now, currently, I have 4 premier lines under my belt, starting with here at the Triskett District, starting with the Cleveland State line, the trolleys, the Metro Health line, and last but not least, the park and ride service. Those are all premier service lines. That's not what I want everyone to know about me is how I implemented these lines. What I want everyone to know is that this is one outstanding organization. The sky is the limit here. If you put in the work and if you have a dream, you can make that dream come true here. RTA is a great organization, and I am so blessed to have been a part of this outstanding company for over 38 years. I pride myself on that. I pride myself on being knowledgeable in every aspect of my job, because in order to be a success, I have to be knowledgeable in everything that I do. I treat everybody with dignity and respect, and I follow the policy and procedure set forth here by this organization. I retired from RTA in November of 2018. That was one of the most difficult decisions that I ever made. RTA is family. RTA has taken care of me. It's provided a great lifestyle for my family. And so I had to really think long and hard on my retirement. And now that I've made the decision to retire, I plan on traveling. I wouldn't mind being a consultant in the near future. And I'm just going to enjoy life. I mean, I don't really have a plan, you know what I mean? I just want to enjoy life because I've been working for 38 years. So you really want to enjoy life.